My name's Hank Hill. I work at Strickland Propane. We sell propane and propane accessories. That's all we sell, propane and propane accessories.
This is Mr. MegaManFan. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. You know all the things to do. Hey, today I'm retro game hunting in Ames, Iowa, and I'm currently at a GameStop on the corner of Lincoln and Grand. Apparently, there's a Marines recruiting station and a massage parlor next door to GameStop. Don't know what that's all about, but hey, inside the GameStop, they had a big clearance section, buy one, get one for free, and metallic Pokemon figures were part of that. So this was already marked down, buy one get one free. So why not get myself a Squirtle and a Pikachu? I've never had any of these metallic ones, so I figured buy one get one is a good place to start. And they did have a Charizard, but it was marked a higher price, so I didn't think they'd match on the buy one get one, so I went with the two that were the same price. Now these Sonic blind boxes were also marked down and also buy one get one, but I don't know what's going to be inside them, and there's a seal over the top and I don't have anything I can slice into them with in the car, so I will open these up at the end of the video and we will see what's inside them. But I'm going to hit the mall next, see what I can find there, and the adventure will continue. So, stay tuned.
Now we are at the fabulous North Grand Mall, or at least it used to be fabulous when I was younger, and nowadays it's pretty quiet, especially on a Monday. There was not much going on, and as you're going to see shortly, a lot of the places I actually would have shopped were closed, but this did catch my eye. A place called Indoor Golf that had a bunch of different foosball tables and all sorts of recreational games that were chained off but appeared to be part of the establishment all the same, and only chained off in the loosest sense because you could still walk right up to them. But I assume this was the overflow area for patrons who found it too crowded inside and wanted to sit down with their beverages outside. It looked like a cross between a bar and a Dave and Buster's, but no claw machines or video games that I could see, just sporting games befitting the name inside golf. Or did I say indoor golf? If I said one and I meant the other, you can correct me later on. But as you can see, pool tables, air hockey tables, foosball tables, ping pong tables, that sort of thing. So definitely a bar slash arcade, but without the arcade games, just these sporting games. And here's an advertisement for the one thing this mall has had since my childhood, a movie theater. Although the fact they charge for refills on the popcorn and the soda when I could go to Marcus Cinema or AMC on a Tuesday and get refills for free, I think that isn't what it used to be, but most things aren't anymore. And most of the stores I would have frequented when I was younger are long since gone. Like down here in the middle, there used to be a Music Land. I'll walk you over to where it was. You might know Music Land better as Sam Goody, depending on where you live, but they were the same chain with the same owners. But down at the end of this walkway, there was a Music Land to the right and a chain called Made Right to the left. And Made Right was famous for basically one thing and one thing only: sloppy meat sandwiches. You might call them sloppy joes, you might call them loose meat sandwiches, whatever you call them. They used to be over here to the left, but there's a Jimmy John's there now. And over here to the right, that's where Music Land used to be. Long since gone, though. And here's the Jimmy John's. And if you know them for anything, you probably know them for being the sponsor on Brock Lesnar's trunks. So, yes, there is not much of this mall compared to what it used to be. I would go to Music Land, I would go to Walden Books. Sometimes I just poke around the Hallmark gift store, and that's still here, amazingly enough. I don't remember if it's in the same location it used to be, but there's still a Hallmark store in this mall. Probably the only two places my wife would go if she were here with me are the Bath and Body Works and a place called Strawberry Patch, which sells a variety of sports paraphernalia, I suppose is the way to put it, like fan merchandise for Iowa State, the Kansas City Chiefs, a little bit of Hawkeye merch. Not too much of the Hawkeye stuff because we're in Ames, but a little bit. They did have some claw machines in the middle, but it looked like one of those really scummy ones where they put a random prize in a cup, and if you can even pull a cup, it's probably not going to be worth whatever amount of money you put in to get that cup in the first place. Now, this was supposed to be a trading card and sports collecting store, but as you can see, it's closed on Mondays. So, no chance of me getting any Pokemon cards or any sort of trading card anything. Although they did have a nice little display here in the front. Here's where it says, will be closed from Monday to Monday, and they're closed on Mondays even when they're not closed. So, no chance of me getting here even if that sign wasn't up because they're just not open on Mondays, period. But you can see some of the cards that would have been for sale if they were open. So, Wallen Books used to be further down at this end of the mall on the left. And you can see Strawberry Patch has taken over what used to be here on the right. I think maybe it was a Yonkers. I'm not sure. It's been so long. But they are overflowing out their front door to the point where they've got shirts in the middle. Over here on the left, either near Bath and Body Works or a little past it, was the Wallen Books store where I bought a lot of sci-fi books as a kid. At one of these ends of the mall, I think the one I'm approaching, they had a Sears store where I got my first taste of Pac-Man on Atari 2600 on a Sears Telegames, but that's no longer here. Sears went out of business quite a while ago, and I think they left this mall even before that. You can find these Psy the Cyclone statues all over Ames painted different colors. It's sort of an art project to support the university. We've got some candy vending machines here. There also used to be a place at this end of the mall called Super Spud, where you could get loaded baked potatoes. My favorite was one with pizza sauce, pepperoni, and cheese. That was a hell of a meal. So, this is about all there is to say for the mall. If we keep going a little further, there's a cinema theater. Like I said, one of the few things that's probably still here from my childhood. This one was weird. It looked like a farmer's market. It looked like there were people inside, but the chain link fence was down, so I don't know why people were in there and yet you couldn't go in. Maybe there was an entrance on the other side and people were coming in from there. And this purported to be a store with vintage vinyl records, but again, like a lot of these stores, closed on Monday. No way in there to look at any of the records they had available. So, vintage or not, I was not getting in. Monday closed, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday closed. There's a whole lot of closed at this mall. If you're going to North Grand Mall, make sure you come on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, or you're not going to find anything. And here's a display of some of the offerings for the Strawberry Patch. And if you turn to the right from here, you walk down to the end of the hall and go to the right again, a little more past that, and then you get the North Grand Mall Cinema, or NGC for short, North Grand Cinema. And there's probably not much to do other than just walk over there and see what's playing. So let's just head over there real quick. We're not actually going to head into the theater. We're just going to walk over and see what's playing. And it looks like Deadpool and Wolverine is the big attraction right now, which I saw last Tuesday before all the power went off all over Omaha. And it's a really funny movie. If you liked either of the first two Deadpool movies, I highly recommend it. So what are you going to do when all of the retro stores everywhere else you want to go are closed? You're going to go to Walmart. That's what you're going to do. And you're going to peruse, see what they have available, And we've got a section of clearance games here. It's still weird to me that some clearance games come with digital download codes inside and not a physical game. Why are you even paying for a box at that point? You might as well just buy the download from a digital store or buy one of those cards where you scratch or peel off the other side to reveal the download code for the game. There's just no point to me buying a box with a download code inside. It's a waste of everybody's time. If you're going to go to the trouble of making a plastic box and putting it on a store shelf, put physical media inside the freaking box. Is that really too much to ask? But none of these games struck my fancy for 15 or 20 bucks, so I moved on. We've got some Switch games over here, a few that lean a little more towards retro, like a million copies of the Disney collection with Aladdin and the Lion King. If I didn't already have that, I'd be interested, but it's just funny to me that they appear to have multiple cases of that one game. Sonic Mania, I already have. Mario Maker 2, of course. It's nice to see Cuphead up there, although last time I bought Cuphead, it was one of those stupid download codes in the box without the real game. And woe betide you if you get the Metal Gear Solid collection on Switch, because that's almost all downloads. But finally, in this case with the Xbox games, I did see a couple of things that caught my eye that I thought were worth the price. I do like seeing Cody Rhodes on the cover of 2K24. That is always a welcome sight. And we've got some other Sonic, Grand Theft Auto, and miscellaneous games all throughout this case.
Reveal your secrets to me, Sonic. Swiggity swag, what's in the bag? Come on. What you got for me, Sonic? Here I come. Rougher than Knuckles. The best of them. Tougher than Knuckles. Yeah, okay. I can live with getting a Knuckles. That's pretty cool. What's in this other one? Let's find out. Come on down. We get Knuckles, we get Sonic, we get Amy. What do we got in here? Peel this up. See something life-changing. We got Tails. Can you see him in there? Yep. There's miles, tails per hour. Alright. I didn't get Sonic in either one of those, so I consider that good, because it's not like I don't have enough Sonic stuff, so getting Knuckles and Tails 2 for 1 at clearance, why, that suits me just fine. Well, since anything even remotely retro at the mall was a bust, I went to the only other place I know of in this town where you can buy video games. They had markdowns. This says $22, but it was actually $5, which is quite common these days with Xbox One and Xbox Series X games. You can find them for $5 at Walmart, Target, a lot of different places. So it kind of lends you to that feeling that Xbox as a console platform is dying, especially when Walmart was offering bundles that were reduced for Black Friday, and I believe Amazon Prime had a console without a console bundle for Prime Days. This one was $5 as well, so yeah, I don't know what the future holds for Xbox as a gaming console and not switching to a all digital service. Even their consoles are removing disk drives and going all digital, but while you can still buy physical games, and especially when they're only $5, I'll get some games here and there. So that's it for this edition of Hunting for Video Games and Video Game Paraphernalia in Ames. I'm Mr. MegaManFan. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. You know all the things to do, and I'll see you next time.